underneath the bus. So the way you go about it, you start from the outside and you work your way to the middle. It's easier to go that way. So you start with the frame. This over here, that is the frame. The frame is securely mounted, no missing nuts or bolts. It is not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged. Then over here I see the cross members. Those components that are shaped like bones, here's another one. Those are the cross members. They are securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged. Then I look over here, I see the exhaust pipe, and it's attached to the muffler over there. And both the muffler and the exhaust pipe are securely mounted, no missing nuts or bolts, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged, not leaking, no excessive soot, and nothing wedged inside, no debris, no obstruction. Over here, this is the drive shaft. The drive shaft is straight aligned, securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, and it is not twisted. And it is secured in its protective cage. This over here, these loops like this and like that, those are the protective cage. And they prevent the drive shaft, should the drive shaft fall, that way it will not fall completely on the ground. The protective cage will retain it. The protective cage is securely mounted, no missing nuts or bolts, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged. Now, those over here, there's a U-joint over here, a U-joint over there. So the U-joints are securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged, and properly greased. So now what I can do is to talk about my air brake system. So my air brake system, there are two components that I did not mention underneath the hood, and there are the air tanks. So that's one air tank right there, and one is a little bit further, yes. And my air tank, first of all, they're not leaking. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts or bolts, and they're not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged. Then everything else is just the same as it is underneath the hood. So for my air brake system, for instance, all I have to do is to talk about my air chamber over here. My air chamber is securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged. It is not leaking. And over here, those are those hoses. There are the hoses for my air chamber. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts or bolts, not worn, torn, cut, or frayed, not leaking, no soft bulging spot that could indicate possible inside, that could indicate possible damage outside. And the clamps, see, those are the clamps over here. The clamps are into place. Now behind the air chamber, that's where the slack adjuster and the push rod are located. It's hard to see over here because unlike the underneath the hood, it's located right behind. But you see, they're on each side, so it might be a little bit easier for you to see over there. So all you have to say about this is that the slack adjuster is securely mounted, no missing nuts or bolts, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged. The push rod is securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged. And the way they are checked is the wheel is chucked just like this. The vehicle is parked at ground level like we are right now, and the parking brake is released. And there should be a play of no more than 1 inch. Now I look inside my wheel and I see the inner rim. The inner rim is securely mounted, no missing nuts or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged, no rust, and no illegal welding. Then the brake drum. The brake drum is securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged. The brake linings, pads, and shoes, securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged, and they are not dangerously thin, and they are not covered with dust, grease, or fluid such as oil. Then when I'm done with the air brake system, I can move on to my suspension system. Starting with the spring mount over here. The spring mounts are securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged. Then over here, the leaf spring. The leaf spring is securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged, and not shifted. And then over here, that's the U-bolt. The U-bolts, securely mounted, no missing nuts or bolts, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged, and they secure the suspension system to the axle. Then over here, there is that cylindrical component here. That is the shock absorber. Securely mounted, no missing nut or bolt, not cracked, bent, dented, or damaged, and it is not leaking. And this is it for underneath the bus.